Have you ever seen a K-pop group that just radiates the energy of a top group, but as a result of incompetence, bad luck, or something else, have become nugu promoters' most beloved unknown group? Well, I've seen plenty of examples of this exact phenomenon in recent K-pop, and I'm here to validate your beliefs. This video is a list of K-pop groups that feel like a neglected stepchild of a big three company at worst, but can't even snag a nomination at the nugu promoter award shows at best. And let me tell you, they nominate anybody. But first, we must agree on the characteristics that make up a popular, yet nugu group. Luckily, what I say goes, and nobody can challenge that. So, what makes a group feel nugu? The answer is simple. The concept of success as a feeling, rather than a noun or adjective or adverb or some other thing, is made up of three simple properties. First, slay music. The quality of a song is subjective and can vary depending on individual preferences and tastes. However, several elements are commonly considered when evaluating what makes a song good. Production quality, vocal performance, melodies, lyrical content, and arrangement, are some examples of the elements used to judge music. There's also the aspect of being critically acclaimed and recognized. You would assume that most groups that deliver in all of these departments would be popular, but of course, we know that's not always the case. Next up, we have popularity. Some groups just appear to be wildly popular among your fellow stans. They probably had a hit in the streets, or have a one or two members that are well liked, recognizable, and known amongst most people in standom. Either way, you were shocked to see them still on nugu promoter with sales worse than high key. Finally, we have a very secret third thing. This can cover a variety of elements, and it's gonna have to because I don't feel like animating more circles. Think of this circle as a blank canvas. It can mean they get frequent comebacks that don't really drop in quality, despite the lack in funds. It can mean they have a great, well-executed creative direction, despite their bills being affected because the income isn't coming in. I don't know. You tell me what it is. Now with that out of the way, let's get into this freaking video. LOONA was the first group I really got into, and there was no way you could tell me that they weren't a top girl group. To start, I literally thought they were one of the most popular girl groups of their time, and they kinda are when you really get into it. Like wait. Everyone online is a victim of the Stan LOONA phenomenon. No wiser words have been spoken, but either as a result of trolling or actual fandom, the phrase can be found in every corner of the internet, for better or for worse. We're also victims to the lies orbits have told throughout the years, but this has only helped to increase their popularity. From the richest lesbian couple allegations, to the Jeffree Star cherry beef that actually happened by the way, many have fallen victim to their very true events. But through this, the girls definitely built a fandom, and as a result, international fame. There is a reason the 2019 K-Con event was dubbed LOONACon, with everyone trying to make their own version since then, but it just won't work. That was real, homegrown fame. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe the rest of hashtag you can find your truest fans at the bottom of the ocean, with all the littered albums. Speaking of albums, LOONA actually sold really well. At one point, they were doing better than Fromis, but look at us now. Anyway, we all know LOONA has a nearly flawless discography, and if some of hashtag you people could see through your hatred of a funny fandom and pretty girls, you would acknowledge this. Yes, their pre-2020 music was godly, untouchable, and they would have never surpassed it under that company, but they still packed a punch in them from then on. LOONA easily has the best 4th-gen discography, and one of the best group discographies in all of K-pop. And that's just the truth. I would pray for some of you, but the devil already reached you. Finally, LOONA has a lot of secret third things. Who knows why Star continues to be played in Walmarts and gas stations nationwide? Who knows why they had so many articles written about them? I don't know. But more than that, their lore was well thought out and the team that they had, despite the ugly styling and lack of funds for photography sometimes, executed their concepts well throughout their entire career. That budget without a doubt was utilized. What do you mean they flew to different European and Asian countries to film a single teaser video? That's fucking crazy to me. Another is their impact. For some reason, Everyone wanted a piece of that Luna, so why not buy? If that's not popularity, if that's not influence, then I don't know what is. But the secret third thing that really gets me, is the fact that Lee Soo-man produced a Luna comeback, and then came back and did it again. Not only was that unheard of, but it hasn't happened since then. That really got the girls talking, and even today, I'm still in shock. First of all, if you find it in your heart to disagree with me here, ask yourself why they aren't at the mamas and why they're still on nugupromoter.com. Anyway, I included Billy in this video because my life was on the line. I just know that if they weren't listed here, an explosive device would be sent to my home. And contrary to popular belief, I have a lot to live for. Since I've gotten into K-pop, I've known of Billy. They were known as Mystic Girls for a bit, and were pretty popular among fans. We knew the company was acquired by SM Entertainment, and they would kinda be the adopted sister group to all our favorite SM groups, in addition to Brown Eyed Girls who were under Mystic as well, but that's kind of a secret third thing when you think about it. Another secret third thing I would give them, that also plays into their popularity, is the former YG trainee, former SM trainee, Unpretty Rockstar, Mix 9, Produce 101. Girls Planet Special. Anyway, on their own, the success of Jangmineo, or Tsugi Senkum rather, definitely also catapulted Billy's popularity and fame last year. Since then, it's kinda plateaued and they haven't left Nugu Promoter, but trust. Hashtag our sisters will be a million seller one day. Billy makes good music sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. That means sometimes. I will not dive further into this aspect, and will just emphasize how much I love living before saying that we freaking love Snowy Night, Flipping a Coin, and Overlap. The last secret third thing is their unmatched creative direction. We know they got GWSN's sloppy seconds, but wow, did they make it something worth our while. Clap if you love Weki Meki. Well, why don't you buy their music? It was all set up perfectly for my sisters. You would think the success of IOI, coupled with the popularity of Yoojung and Doyeon would have did something for these girls. You would think their universally loved hint, Picky Picky, would have done something for these girls. I mean, it kinda did. We all know and love Weki Meki. But we also know them as We Making No Money, and we love that drag name. And nobody can name all 7 members, if they even have that many. Truly unfortunate for them. But the one thing you can't say anything bad about is the music, minus their first title track of course. One of these days, you really need to sit down and go through their discography. The definition of flawless, once again, minus that horrible title track, but you're probably thinking to yourself, what is Weki Meki's secret ingredient? I'll tell you, young blood. Weki Meki is the catalyst for change in K-pop. It's true. Everything the girls are doing today leads back to them when you really think about it. The concepts, the teen crush, the teen fresh. Weki Meki had their blueprints and sketches stolen from them. And this is something we all know to be true. Yet, nobody cares. It's amazing really. You have to walk with me through this one. Secret number seems like a pretty popular group. They got that one girl in the group that's from that one country, which is keeping them afloat at this point. They also had several girls in the group that were former YG trainees. Like please. You have to understand. And for some reason, they keep getting comebacks. Granted, single albums. But the fact that they're allowed to continue and not disband, is crazy to me. You would think they were somebody important. Congrats on having a former IOI girly, one of the more popular ones at that. Fortunately, it didn't work out in your favor. And it never will. Your group and all of its soloists, minus pretty girl Jimin, make sure you stream her song Easy Breezy, will remain in Nugedom for eternity. Mind you, Tinashe has a Grammy. And them? Nothing. Exactly. I'm sick of this video. We will do a quick Busta Rhymes mode. Purple Kiss, you aren't and will never be famous, despite most of your popularity coming from being Mamamoo successors and that one girl who was probably in a produce show and didn't make it. Also, Their secret third thing would be their budget and creative direction. Fortunately, it hasn't clicked with the general public. Also, you ever seen somebody's sales continue to sink instead of float? Like, not in the sense of Stray Kids with their albums laying on the ocean floor, killing off ecosystems. I'm talking about go from worse to worser. I still love Sweet Juice and Swan. You will go up one day. That wasn't quick, but it was necessary. Rocket Punch has slay music, like very underrated by the way. They had some popularity, probably because you all mixed them up with Cherry Bullet, but also because they were on the Produce show. Their secret third thing is they somehow still have a budget sometimes that allows them to have consistent comebacks despite selling worse than Haikyuu once again. We love you, Rocket Punch. Okay, that's all.